Indiana Fever beat down the Las Vegas Aces. And yes, folks, it was a beatdown. Indiana Fever beat the Las Vegas Aces 81-54 by 27 points.
A'ja Wilson really thought she could get away with it, grabbing Lexi Hull from behind like it was a WWE match and somehow getting a jump ball out of it.
Up, shot won't fall. Wilson, what looks like over the back.
Watch this. That's a jump ball?
Then this one was hilarious. Like, you can't just go over the back. Lexi Hull grabs the ball, brings it down, and A'ja Wilson grabs the ball, but you can't just go around somebody's back like that. They called that a jump ball.
Yeah, that play didn't just look dirty. It might have been the most obvious over-the-back foul this entire WNBA season. And the worst part? The refs just swallowed the whistle like they were allergic to calling anything on Wilson.
Like, if you watch the referees, and this is where it's like, this referee is staring at nothing. There's nothing going on here. This referee is staring at nothing. This referee should be looking in this area here. And let's be real, the other referee's too slow down the floor.
But here's the catch. Even with all that favoritism, even with A'ja Wilson getting more free throws than the entire Indiana Fever combined, none of it saved the Las Vegas Aces from a full-blown humiliation. Because on that court, the Fever didn't just beat the Aces, they nuked them. Final score, 81-54.
Indiana Fever put to A'ja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces. Good God. I watch A'ja Wilson. A'ja Wilson do not pass the ball. You see the X button on the PlayStation? That's to pass the ball.
That's not a basketball game. That's a public execution with ESPN cameras rolling. Let's rewind this tape for a second. The last time Indiana beat Las Vegas, most of the players on that roster were still using TikTok to learn dance routines. That's how long it's been. 16 straight losses. 16. And then, out of nowhere, Indiana goes full Avengers mode. And what makes this win even wilder? Caitlin Clark wasn't even on the floor. She was in street clothes, hyping up the squad like an injured superstar cheerleader. Meanwhile, Wilson was racking up 29 points. Sure, but let's be honest, 11 of those were free throws, courtesy of some of the softest fouls called since LeBron fell over after getting breathed on. But just when you think it couldn't get any more ridiculous, here comes Lexi Hull, boxing out exactly like she's supposed to. Clean fundamentals. Textbook. You could teach middle schoolers that move. She grabs the rebound and boom, A'ja Wilson comes flying in like she's trying out for the NFL Combine. Over the top, full-on contact.
We can't be in a league where referees can compound 1, 2, 3 bad calls in a row and it could lead to a player or a coach getting kicked out of the game. Problem is, if you guys look at these refs in these scenarios, like this one the referee's looking, but this referee does not have the greatest angle of this. They can't see it. This referee is looking here. What is this referee looking towards? Nothing.
Everyone watching, broadcasters, fans, your grandma, knew it was over the back. And yet, jump ball. What? Imagine Draymond Green doing that in the NBA. You think he's getting a jump ball? He'd be ejected before his feet hit the ground. But Wilson? Nah, she gets whistle privileges. And here's where things really start heating up. Because instead of breaking down, Indiana just locked in. They took that ridiculous no call, shoved the anger down into their sneakers, and responded the only way they know how: total domination. And to everyone saying this team is just Caitlin and some friends, yeah, they might want to rethink that.
81-54. It was a crushing. It was an absolute drubbing by the Indiana Fever. 24 points. I mean, it was a dominant win.
Now let's zoom in on the numbers because they're straight up disrespectful. A'ja Wilson had 29 points. Sure, that looks good on paper, until you realize her team still got blown out by 27 points. You could have cloned her and it wouldn't have made a difference. Meanwhile, the rest of the Aces? Hot garbage. Nobody scored more than 6 points. Nobody. They shot 16% from the field if your name wasn't A'ja Wilson.
Listen, bro, they stink. The Las Vegas Aces flat out stink. I don't know what I know they are regretting this Jewel Lloyd trade. Chelsea Gray's been awful this season. She's been awful too. She had 2 points, 3 rebounds to it. She stunk. Nalissa Smith stinks. She can't shoot, she can't dribble, she can't pass, and she can't play defense.
That's not just bad. That's, should we be worried about their eyesight? Bad. And then there's Chelsea Gray. The same Chelsea Gray who some people seriously said is better than Caitlin Clark. 2 points, 5 turnovers, 1 assist. Honestly, it looked like she was hooping in slow motion while the Fever were out there doing track sprints.
Now, A'ja Wilson, she's the only one that showed up for the Aces. 29 points and a bunch of nothing from anybody else. Jackie Young, 6 points, folks. 6 points.
29 points for A'ja Wilson, 3 boards, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 9 for 18 from the field goal, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. Look at the rest of her team. 2 points, 2 points, 2 points, 6 points, 0 points, 4 points, 2 points, 3 points. Aaliyah Nye, 1 for 5. Nalissa Smith, 1 for 6. Kirsten Bell, 1 for 3. Chelsea Gray, 1 for 3. Jewel Lloyd, 0 for 3. Jackie Young, 2 for 9. This is without Caitlin Clark. Kelsey Mitchell's balling up.
But the Fever didn't just rely on one player either. They brought an entire army. Kelsey Mitchell went full Roadrunner mode and dropped a quiet 25-piece, while Aaliyah Boston served up 20 points like she was working the Boston Market buffet line. Natasha Howard? Double-double like she does this in her sleep. Oh, and Timpson the rookie? Girl was out there swatting shots and picking pockets like a prime Kawhi Leonard. The whole team played with chemistry like they'd been cloned from the 2014 Spurs. Here's where it gets even more embarrassing for Vegas. They tried to make a little run in the third quarter. You know, standard, we're a dynasty, we'll bounce back kind of thing. Nope. Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull shut that shite down faster than a referee reviewing a missed travel call. They hit back-to-back buckets and basically told the Aces, you're not that team anymore. And let's not skip past the best moment of the night. Stephanie White, the Fever coach, completely losing her mind on the refs in the fourth quarter. You could actually see the fury jump out of her soul. And when she got that technical, the entire Fever bench, including Caitlin Clark, went wild like it was a game winner.
Stephanie White getting a technical foul in the game, which they are up by 23 points. Everybody in the venue, we're clapping it up. Caitlin Clark clapping it up.
But the best revenge wasn't the yelling, it was the scoreboard. Vegas finished with just 7 points in the fourth quarter. That's not WNBA basketball. That's a summer league scrimmage gone wrong. And right there, while A'ja Wilson was racking up meaningless free throws like she was farming VC in 2K, Indiana was making sure every single possession ended with pain. They shot over 80% from the field in the second quarter alone. That's not a hot streak. That's a fire alarm. But if you thought the dirty play was the biggest scandal, buckle up. Let's talk about that jump ball call again. Because the more you watch it, the more it feels like a glitch in the Matrix. Lexi Hull had textbook position. She boxed out like a coach's dream. A'ja Wilson climbed over her back like she was going for a rebound in the NFL. Every single person who has ever touched a basketball knows that's a foul. Over the back, automatic. Yet somehow, the refs looked at it, thought for a second, and said, jump ball. That's like LeBron James bulldozing a rookie and the ref saying, play on. Oh wait, that actually does happen sometimes. Now here's where things start getting legal and messy. The Commissioner's Cup bonus money was on the line. We're talking $43,000 per player, $500,000 prize pool. That's not just pride, that's rent, investments, maybe even a vacation that doesn't involve bunk beds. And after a call like that, Stephanie White wasn't just mad, she was volcanic. She had every right to be. These weren't little missed calls, these were momentum killers. Calls that could swing a game and a paycheck. And guess what? The WNBA's official last 2-minute report? Silent. No explanation, no correction, just vibes. Meanwhile, the broadcasters were losing their minds. You could hear it in their voices. That confused, wait, what just happened? Tone. Even they couldn't believe what they were watching. But Indiana? They didn't complain. They responded.
By the Indiana Fever, let's just get right here. I said, you got to have 2 of the big 3, and we got that. Kelsey Mitchell, an absolute beast. 28 minutes, 9 of 18, 50%, 25 points. Aaliyah Boston, 9 of 13, 69% from the field, 20 points. 7 boards right there. Natasha Howard, a sneaky double-double. A sneaky 50%, 11 points, 10 boards, 3 assists.
They turned the refs' bad calls into fuel and lit the Aces up like it was the 4th of July. Let's be clear, this wasn't just a win, it was a statement. The Fever didn't just defeat a 2-time champion team. They did it while taking hits, swallowing calls, and keeping their cool. And the fact that A'ja Wilson tried to turn that missed foul into a highlight? Yeah, that's not exactly MVP behavior. That's more like James Harden hunting for fouls during the playoffs, and we all know how that ends. Let's finish this off with the coldest truth of all. A'ja Wilson dropped 29 points. She got the whistle. She got the highlight clips. And her team still got cooked like Thanksgiving dinner. Because at the end of the day, this game wasn't about stats. It was about team basketball versus solo stardom. And Indiana made that crystal clear. The Fever had 24 assists on 31 made shots. That's not luck. That's unselfish, beautiful, fundamental basketball. The kind that wins championships, not just highlight reels. And while A'ja "Whistle" Wilson kept trying to carry her team solo, the Aces fell apart like a Jenga tower in an earthquake. And here's the dagger that sealed it all. Caitlin Clark, sitting on the bench, not playing a single minute, was still the loudest, most active leader on the court, cheering for teammates, standing up, yelling on every stop, pumping them up after every bucket. Compare that to the Aces bench, who looked like they were waiting for their Uber. This wasn't just a basketball game. This was a takeover. The Fever exposed every weakness the Aces had been trying to hide all season. Lack of chemistry? Check. No reliable second option behind Wilson? Double check. Refs giving you help and you still can't win? That's the triple crown of embarrassment. And let's not forget, Indiana has only beaten Las Vegas once in the last 9 years. That's it. One single win. Now, they've snapped the curse and did it with a blowout so brutal, it might be time for the Aces to hold a players-only meeting, a prayer circle, or both. Because this isn't just about one dirty play. It's about an entire team, the Indiana Fever, growing up right in front of our eyes, building chemistry, and proving they can beat anyone, with or without their superstar. The WNBA has officially been put on notice. No more treating Indiana like a warm-up game. No more assuming A'ja Wilson can save the day just because she gets to shoot 13 free throws. That era is over. Now, it's about real defense, real offense, and real teams that can take a hit and keep swinging. So to the Las Vegas Aces, good luck fixing this, because Indiana isn't backing down. And to A'ja Wilson, yeah, that dirty play didn't just get revealed, it got exposed on the scoreboard. If you're enjoying this content and want more breakdowns, drama, and basketball chaos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and support the channel. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Thank you.